Attention contractors! You want to hear a little secret? Besides all the awesome keynote speakers, panels, debates, and breakout sessions, we host the largest trade show expo floor on the planet at the Windstorm Conference. At WTS, you can tour our massive trade show expo floor and meet with many of your favorite industry vendors, manufacturers, service and technology providers. You also may meet some new ones that will help you scale your company to scale it in 2020. They're all coming! Meet with your favorite building suppliers like ABC, Beacon, SRS, USLBM, and many more. Or how about some of your favorite manufacturers? GAF, Tamco, Owens Corning, Malarkey, IKO, Certainty, Tilcor, Duralast, Decra, and many more of your favorite manufacturers. Or check out some of our many technology and service providers like Hilltrace, Acculinks, Xactimate, and many more. What's up, Derek? Booyah, baby. At WTS, we're also going to bring you the latest in drone and virtual reality technology. We're going to show you the latest industry-specific training on the planet on how to use this new technology to scale your company in 2020. So come join the shakers and movers of the industry at the Windstorm Conference and Trade Show Expo on February 20, 21, 22 at the Phoenix Convention Center and make the decision to scale it in 2020. Booyah, baby!
Well, that was short-lived, so we step away and we get a new tornado warning issued just a couple frames later. Radar data keeps coming in. Again, with same area that we were watching, so as that inflow notch kind of continued to tighten up, and right here's what we're talking about, okay? So here's Carrollton. So we're in a very populated area. The rotation has weakened just a little bit over the last like 2 minutes or so, but the tornado warning was issued here. Let's back it up and take a look at what caused it here. So you can see we actually had two different spots here, so this is really neat to watch how this comes together. So watch these as they kind of swing together and pinpoint right in here just to the southwest of Farmers Branch here. And right there, this is the frame that they saw where they said, all right, it's time to issue a tornado warning. I don't see a tornado on the ground, so we're looking at two different products here. We're looking at our correlation coefficient, which is going to pick up a debris signature should a tornado be on the ground. I don't see that. Now, I'm not saying that there wasn't a tornado or damage being done, but I don't see it here. And then I have my rotation coming in right here from the north and coming in right here from the south. So this is winds coming away from the radar, winds coming towards the radar right here, meeting right here. Notice how they pinpoint in, and it actually gets even stronger right there. This is our strongest point right here. Okay, so we're looking at just to the north, right? And see, notice we're right in here. This is where our little couplet is, right in here. So we don't have any signs of damage, but we do have some really strong winds right in here. Okay, so this is a pocket. Worst case scenario, we're talking about some pretty high winds actually happening right in this area and getting very close to the surface, if not making it to the surface. So right in here, this is the pocket that we're talking about. So it's right here. This is, let's go ahead and take a look at what, so Farmers Branch is right in here. We've got State Highway 161 and State Highway 114. Okay, I think this is actually in a fairly close region to where the F3 tornado happened back in October in Dallas. I think it was right up here just to the north of Farmers Branch. But so very, very close, but you can see the couplet really wrapped up. This is winds coming from the south at nearly 60 to 65 miles an hour. That's what these little gray bumps are right in here. And so it was really cranking and really going there. And you can see continued to kind of move off to the north and east. So we had lots of wind coming in from the north here. So wind's not moving in the direction of the storm. We get a lot of phone calls. I need to know what direction the storm was moving. Doesn't matter when it comes to wind. So right in here we have winds coming from north to south, from east to west. Right in here we have winds coming from south to north and from the east to west as well. And then down here to the south, they actually come from west to east into this storm. So right in here, our rotation couplet, tornado warning there. And you can see the rotation kind of lifts to the north, which is fairly typical. You can see how it kind of lifts and then kind of really comes up here and races off to the north. Now, we're getting some elevation to what we're able to see here. So the rotation has weakened here as it moved off to the north of Carrollton now. So it's now north of Carrollton, Texas. And so, but we're seeing, again, kind of a weaker signature here. So we are seeing some gusty winds, but we're also analyzing this much higher in the atmosphere. So we're not seeing things from the surface anymore as we continue to pull away from radar. We're actually looking, we're scanning right now at about 2,200 feet above the ground right in here. So again, we're getting a little bit of elevation, so the radar is actually picking up some of that wind. There definitely probably are some gusty winds in here. I would say right now we're looking at the ballpark at maybe around 50-mile-an-hour winds. But back here near 114, just to the southwest of Farmers Branch, don't be shocked if there's a little bit of wind damage, maybe some trees, some tree branches, maybe probably not power lines, but could be something like that in this area right there. Got pretty gusty right back there along 114. And so we're live right now, radar. Again, here's our tornado warning. So if you're in the Addison area, this is definitely something you need to be watching. Addison, Shepton, Hebron, here's the Colony right up here. You're just outside of the tornado warning in the Colony. Carrollton, you're dead center. Farmers Branch, everything kind of lifting off to your north now, but starting to kind of pull away. Let's look at it. Here's some, again, look at the winds really kind of picking up in here. So this might be a cycle trying to come back around. So again, about 2,200 feet off the ground, we're getting winds now over 60 miles an hour. So winds starting to kind of pick up here, and you can kind of see some of that direction here. So let's take a look at it on our base reflectivity here. Let's see what we got. And you can see a pretty strong little storm here. This thing really starting to kind of arch out and really bow way on out down here now. So a pretty strong storm. Wouldn't be shocked if there were some high winds beginning to develop here. We'll see if they can mix down to the surface as we head over towards the Colony now. And I'm probably going to get a severe thunderstorm warning. I think our tornado warning will probably expire here. But you can see the high winds here. We'll see if this kind of starts to spin back around again. But as of right now, I don't see any crazy rotation in here, but definitely some high winds occurring right now. For those of you familiar with this area, those high winds are near the Hebron Parkway. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the Hebron Parkway, and just to the east probably, or real close to 121. So this is 121. This is the Hebron Parkway. I think this kind of races on up here, and we got I-35 up in here. Or I guess this might be I-35 back here. So coming off from Louisville, Lake Louisville here, just to the east, and coming up just to the south of the Colony and Hebron right in here. This is the area that we're watching. This is where we're seeing the high winds. Again, the rotation kind of coming down just a little bit just a couple minutes ago. And again, South Dallas right now, not a lot to talk about. You can see here's the line. This is your stable air mass. When this comes through, thunderstorm chances, although you're going to get some rain and some thunderstorms, but your chances of severe weather drastically go to zero very, very quickly. But right up in here right now, again, near and just south of the Colony, that's where we're seeing, in between the Colony and Carrollton, really is where we're seeing the threat for some high winds. So this is where we'll continue to watch as things kind of move through. Again, for those of you just tuning in, we had some definite rotation. You can see it right in here. Look how the little couplet forms up, right? So we were talking about it here in the Hill Palace here as we're watching this storm develop. Look at it just kind of come together. Look at this, comes whoop, and then spins right together. Rotation increases. They decide, all right, we need a tornado warning. Rotation looks pretty good. And then it's okay, and it's beginning to weaken and actually lift on off to the north and east as it kind of wraps around itself. Now we see some high winds beginning to develop, which is common when we see a tornado kind of mix out that rotation. We still have a mesocyclone here, and so it can actually mix those winds to the surface and create stronger winds up inside of this thunderstorm itself. So that's kind of what we're seeing. That's what we're watching right now, what these high winds are doing. Let's look at everything nationally here real quick. Again, there's our tornado warning on the north side. These storms will be through Dallas here in the next 30 minutes or so. So they are moving, they are booking it, and they are getting things going and really trying to take off. We've got another tornado warning. Again, we talked about these storms getting isolated here. So we've got another tornado warning right now just to the north of San Antonio. So not a lot of population yet, but these are they're trying to move in the general direction of San Antonio. They haven't been able to move there too quickly. So we've been watching those to the west of San Antonio now for a couple of hours. And it looks like we may be starting to get some eastward movement here with this severe thunderstorm warning. Again, this one mainly for 60-mile-per-hour winds, so not a lot of hail being seen right now in these thunderstorms. And for the most part, again, we still have our storm right here near Waco. That's the one we were talking about earlier. It did produce some quarter-size hail. That's what we were talking about just to the west of Waco. So in between coverages, we had some quarter-size hail to the southwest of Waco. That's moving in the general direction of Waco. I think it'll get there in the next 30 to 40 minutes. And we still have, again, our tornado warning now has canceled. So again, it looks like it had definitely weakened. Everything, again, you can see the bow. It's this little comma right here that keeps causing issues here. And that's now beginning to kind of pull up and occlude out. So it's going to head up here towards Frisco and then actually go probably, it might even stick west of McKinney, but it'll get close to McKinney and go west of McKinney into maybe Prosper. So up through Prosper and then should head up into northeast Texas and kind of finally start to move away from the Dallas metro. Hail chances in Dallas, very close to 0 right now. I would say about 2% if you're lucky. You might see some pea-size hail in Dallas. So hail chances very low. Waco, current hail chances, I would put them at about 10 to 15%. So they're not great, but they are there. We're watching this cell. They probably have some of the better chances. San Antonio, I'd put your hail chances at around 20% as that main line moves in. And then Austin, you're struggling right now. I'm going to go about 5% in Austin. Doesn't look too severe with the storms heading into the Austin area. So it looks like Austin, you're going to miss out on this one as storms head through. So, but again, we'll watch this little guy right down here to the southwest of San Antonio. This will be the one. If it can come up, kind of our tail end Charlie there, we'll see if it can get up there and cause some severe hail as it moves into the San Antonio area. Outside of that, again, storms kind of weakening here. There we go. What do we talk about? Let's go look at this. Severe report that just came in. It's not on my radar yet here, so we'll get it right here. So this is from where that tornado warning occurred. So this was a semi that was actually blown over. So we talked about some 60, 65, maybe 70 mile an hour winds with that area, and sure enough, blew over a semi. So that was some high winds definitely occurring. Might have been a very weak tornado. Might have touched down right in that area, just to the southwest or near the Farmers Branch area. But yeah, things weakening now, and that is not going to be a very friendly hail report, I don't think. So let's see here. Which one of y'all is calling in quarter-size hail in Denton? Yeah, there is. Those of you that know people that aren't watching our coverage, they're going to go on a wild goose chase when it comes, it looks like, to maybe this storm here. Let's take a look. We got a hail report that came in, so let's look at it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not writing home to anything. We'll see that hail report actually pop up on here, I think, and just there it is. So there's where it is. There's where they're saying. It's an imping report, so they're sometimes a little sketchy when it comes to those imping reports. But there it is right there, quarter-size hail being reported. I'm sure we'll get a new severe thunderstorm warning. We do have a little bit of an increased hail marker, but if it was hailing, and I think it is probably right in here, but it's pretty small. So, you're getting some pea-size hail right now through the colony. If you're in the colony right now, message us, let us know. I bet we got somebody watching in the colony. Let's turn the chat on here, see what you guys are saying. We got Rhonda, we got Paul on here. Anybody in here from the colony, let us know. I bet you're getting some pea-size hail right now. Maybe some nickels. Let's see if it increases in intensity here. We'll give this a second. The last time we went off the air, we had 5 minutes, and then boom, we had a tornado warning. So we'll give this a minute here. Turn the chat back off here. Hey guys, you can see our chat on there. So let us know what you're seeing in the colony. I don't think it's very big right now. I'm definitely not thinking quarter-size hail unless there's something I'm not seeing here, but that does not look like a very good hailstorm. So definitely some 40-mile-an-hour winds in here. Let's see if the winds have picked up any. Take a look at our high wind product here. So again, we've got some winds blowing here from Frisco straight down. What is this? Is this the North Texas tollway there? I think that's what that is. It says State Highway 289. I think that's the tollway there, coming from Prosper down through Frisco and straight on down south towards Dallas. So some high winds coming across there. You're getting some gusty 40, 45 mile an hour winds. Quarter size hail is not falling. I don't think I would expect to see a map from Hail Trace on this one unless something right down in here decides to go ahead and escalate up. It does have a little bit of inflow, so it could produce hail, but right now I'm not feeling too confident on severe hail in the Colony area right now. I'm thinking, again, some 30, 40 mile an hour winds, some pea-size hail falling in the Colony right now, and that's about all you're going to find in that area. So zoom back out again. Dallas, not a whole lot going on. There's our wind report. That's probably just a nice gust that blew him over, so he wasn't even in the area. We can back up and kind of see what those winds look like, but not too, well, there you go. You got a little gust maybe down there. So definitely a nice little storm move through the Irving area there on 635, and so might have had some gusts strong enough to blow a semi over. It was definitely a west to east wind coming from west to east, truck moving south. Real simple for that to topple that guy over. And currently, again, here's our storm right in here, so it's headed towards Garland. That's the one that blew the semi over. Again, you got some pockets of some wind here. Again, we're seeing this kind of elevated right now, so nothing too crazy. But I am not feeling this 1 inch hail up here to the north. Again, that is just somebody that got a little excited here. Again, let's see here. So we got maybe trying to intensify, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see here. It's trying. We might see some dimes and pennies now, right? But I don't think we're definitely. I mean, this report came in about 20 minutes ago, so the storm wasn't. I don't even think it was there yet. But so I don't know who's reporting that. Somebody maybe needing a data loss. I don't even know why you need that in Dallas. You got plenty of those as well. So. Here's where we're at, though. So we're going to watch this here real quick. So because we're in Frisco, so it's I think the hail capital of the world the last couple of years, right in here in Frisco. They've had a ton of hail. Just Frisco to the north, Little Elm, Plano, Allen. This whole area has just been lit up. So we're going to watch this here. It's moving off to the northeast. Again, it's going to go to the west of McKinney. This cell should stay to the west of McKinney. But notice, the reason why we don't think we have any big hail, we don't have this lower CC area, right? So we've got a little orange in here, which is telling me that there is some hail falling. We could even take a look at our ZDR solution here, which is going to tell us, or our KDP solution. KDP telling us that there's a lot of melting going on. See all this orange in here? The precip it's just not... We don't have a lot of hail. We're not producing a lot. We're not growing a lot of hail right now. So we're actually melting more than we're growing, which is not great conditions to produce large hail, especially 1 inch hail or larger. And then if we look at our ZDR solution here, you can see no grays in here. We're just talking about yellows and reds and some maybe a couple of greens in here. That's telling me it's mainly just a lot of real heavy rain falling in here. Now there is some small hail, but it's not very big. It's just not very big, guys. There's not a whole lot of hail falling right now in Frisco, so we'll keep watching this here. Radar's telling us that we should be at around nickel size. I don't think it's too far off, really. It might be a little big, but we're probably setting right now around peas to pennies is probably a good size. Peas to dimes, we're talking, so 0.5 inch hail, maybe somewhere right in there. I'm sure you guys are seeing some. Those of you in Frisco, send it in, let us know, or is that what we're getting? Let's see here. Have we got any quarter and above in DFW? Jared, I have not any quarter above in DFW, I don't think. Yeah, we can definitely hashtag blame John for the bad today. So heavy rain in Frisco, that's exactly what we'd be expecting. That makes sense. April, thank you for chiming in. We're excited. SRC Summit coming to Plano. April, watching. We're going to be giving our hail forecast for those of you. Is this it for Dallas? This is not it for Dallas. This is January. So make sure to go register with April's show. All of our contractors that are watching, the SRC Summit is coming. And it's coming to, I think, the Plano area, right, April? You can chime in on here. Post a link in here, April. Let them know where they can go to register. And Plano just got hit. Yes. Which one of y'all in this chat posted this little hail report up here? Because I don't know who did it. So there definitely is no hail. Again, maybe some P's up here, north side of Frisco here, north of, I think this is 121. Is that what that is? Running east and west here. Yeah, 121. So we're talking about IKEA's right in here, I think, right? See how well I know my Dallas area here. So from IKEA just to the north, again, some pea-size hail. Nothing big. This is nothing big. This is nothing to write home about. We're not getting anything great. So again, there's not even a severe thunderstorm warning. So I'm not the only one thinking this is not a significant event right now. So 121 Dallas North Toll. That's what I was thinking right there. Yes. So again, no hail at the toll, but just to the north, we're getting some pea-size hail probably. Again, our hail marker now has also disappeared. Notice. So again, we talked just a minute ago. We pulled up our KDP product, which was telling us that we had a lot of melting going on, and there it is. The melting is happening right there, and that's telling us that we're not generating new hail right now. So again, storm is weakening. Let's zoom out. Let's see what we got. Let's see if there's anything else to look at here. Again, look at all the heavy rain developing up to the north here. Lots of heavy rain, not great for everything. There it is. These may come in delayed, I don't know. I think I see the comments a little bit after they actually get posted, but here it is, April Hall. She's got her forecast, the link, the whole event coming up. You gotta be there. It's gonna be a great event. We're gonna talk about, look at this is maybe interesting here. Sorry here guys, I'm just noticed a little appendage here kind of popping up. I don't know if it's anything worth looking at. There is a little bit of rotation here. So we're looking at Plano here. So we're going to watch this because these spin-ups have happened fairly quick here. So we're going to watch this here. Look at this little appendage that kind of came off. So right here, you see the tail end of this here, and then whoop, it's got a little hook right here over Plano. So this is the area that we're going to watch here, and you can see we've got winds going in different directions here. We've got the dark and we've got the bright here, and that's winds going in different directions. We can actually look at a rotation product here that we have, and there it is right there over Plano. Look at it right there. That's what we're watching right there. So weak rotation. We're not tornado warned. This doesn't need to be tornado warned, but they happen fast. The last one, which I don't know if it made a tornado or not, but was near where was it? Farmers Branch. Yeah, near Farmers Branch, just about 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes ago. It spun up just like that. It didn't take very long at all. Quick little spin up. The environment is very, very prime for tornadoes. The only thing that's causing us to not have a significant tornado outbreak today is that everything is in the line. But every time this line gets a little punch of warm air into it, it likes to try to spin up. So let's watch this here. Watch it right in here. We've got a little spin up here, just right near Plano, just north of Plano. This is a 75. So we're looking at near 75, and this is a 190 right here. And so it's right in that area here. It's going to be south of Spring Creek Parkway. So here's the Spring Creek Parkway right in here. We've got 75 coming. It's like right on top of 75 now, probably crossing over 75 if it hasn't already. And so it's moving off of 75 into the Parker area. So kind of a new appendage. Our storm we'd been watching was right up here to the north. See, we've got some new lifts starting to develop right here. Got a new little appendage where we've got some rotation actually sucking in. You can actually almost see it right here. You can see the air coming out and coming up and around, and then everything coming up and around right in here. And then you can't see it here, but there's actually air flowing into this from Parker. So if you're in Parker right now, you can actually feel the wind blowing into this storm, probably pretty gusty at 15 to 25, even 35 mile an hour winds in Parker blowing into this storm as it moves over the top of Plano, Texas. So we should get a new update here any second now. We'll get a new update on our winds to let us know. So yeah, this tornado is trying to hit the Plano Event Center, it looks like. It's got to be close. I think it's right off of 75. So there it is right there. This is what we're watching. There it is. So there's our rotation. Let's look at it. It doesn't look as good on radar. Let's see what the winds look like here. Kind of stretched out a little bit. Another little appendage trying to come in right down here. So and then we're kind of wrapping around right up here. But I don't see anything too crazy or intense here with that one. So it looks like Looks like we might dodge the bullet on that. Look now look down here to the south. So here's how we know that everything is over with down here to the south. See the little blue line right here? Kind of see it, kind of a grayish blue line right here. That right there is telling us that it's definitely not doing anything crazy. So the air is blowing out ahead of our storm. Now they don't even look that good, just some moderate rain, some thunder and lightning, but it's not going to get better down here. It's not going to intensify any. So I think we're good down here. So we got the question about Venus. I am not sure where Venus is in Texas. So again, not from there. I'm assuming it's maybe up north. Right now, there's nothing too significantly severe. Okay, so if you're concerned about tornadoes, right now we don't have anything. Okay, this is the one area that we're watching just north of Plano, but that's going to be about it. In the Dallas metro, a little bit of very weak rotation right now in between Plano and Allen, very near and just on top of I-75. But that's it. That's all we got. There's nothing else to watch. Everything else is moving from the west to the east. And Carlos Rodriguez reporting hail in Plano. Probably, maybe some small hail. I don't know where you're at in Plano. I would say your bigger hail, if you are getting any, is going to be right up in here. Down under Crowley. Okay. Well, we can go back there and look. Oh, there you are. Yeah, look at there. You're getting some heavy rain there, but nothing crazy in Venus. It's just some heavy rain, some thunder and lightning. But I think you're going to be good. So here we are right here. And so I wouldn't worry about it. Just some light, some moderate heavy rain, some thunder and lightning. Good soaking rain. January is a dry month for us here in the Southern Plains. So suck it all in. There's no hail. Definitely doing good. Pilot Point, some small hail up in Pilot Point, but nothing crazy. So I think it's actually probably already moved through Pilot Point. Yeah. Stayed to the south really. You're getting some heavy thunderstorms up there, but nothing crazy. Nothing for Houston. I think you're going to stay safe tonight, so I wouldn't worry too much about Houston. But here we are again, watching these storms. But again, they're not doing a whole lot. We've got some gusty winds right now, just to the north and east of Frisco. That's kind of what this little bright bubble is right here. Some 40 to 50 mile an hour winds maybe. But next to Uranus and Saturn, I like it. But that's about it. Again, that little appendage there doesn't look crazy, but here it is. This is our rotation right in here. So right in here, we got a little bit of rotation. Nothing crazy. It's actually moving off to the north-northeast. Going to head up towards the south side of McKinney. And right now, not doing anything. But this line is almost clear of the Dallas metro. Okay, so at least the most severe, intense part, which has gone from the southwest corner near Crowley, went all the way up over Arlington, up near Farmers Branch, and then kind of recycled back to the south as it did so. And so we re-intensified just a little bit, not severe, not tornadic by any means, but right in here we're watching just a tad bit of rotation. This is Parker, this is Allen, this is Plano, so we're right in here. Here's 75 running north and south. And again, this area of rotation is actually moving straight to the north-northeast. So it's moving very close to, it's going to go to Lowry Crossing near Collin and Princeton. That's kind of the general direction that it's heading. If it moves a little bit more to the north, we could be talking about McKinney. If it moves a little bit more to the east, it'll just go east of Princeton, really just kind of over the lake out there. So that's what we're watching. We're going to see if it comes in here with another radar frame. I want to see if it gets stronger or weaker, kind of get an idea of the trend. The trend is important when it comes to the intensity of this here. So let's take a look here at the trend of this particular storm. Let's see what we got. And any hail in DFW. So we got some new people jumping on. Not a lot. Some P's, some pennies, but nothing too significant. We did have some ping pong ball size hail southwest of Crowley, or actually north of Crowley, near Burleson. So it's a very small pocket. We did live coverage. If you want to go back and watch our previous live coverage, we actually tracked a tornado and some ping pong ball size hail near Crowley. That was probably the peak intensity of the storm. We had a second, almost maybe a weak tornado touchdown near Farmers Branch. But outside of that, we've just been watching this little bit area of rotation right here. So it's right here probably just to the east of I-75, in between Parker and Allen. and it's moving off to the north-northeast. We're going to find out if it's actually intensifying or if it's weakening. So we're kind of waiting for this next frame, and there it comes in right there. And you can kind of see weakened. The trend is weakening, continuing. Now we are getting little burst. Here's some little burst. Look at this little guy right here near Garland. There's a little, see this little intense cell right here? A little burst of some strong winds. So you might see some 50-mile-an-hour winds. Right up here, might see some 50-mile-an-hour winds in between Prosper and McKinney. So we're seeing some little burst of some gusty winds with this, but we're not seeing much in the way of rotation anymore. We're not seeing much in the way of hail. We're really not seeing much in the way of wind, but we are seeing some gusty winds that are occurring, but that's about it. Let's zoom out. Let's see what we got. Tornadoes up near Idabel, Oklahoma. Severe thunderstorms, lots of severe thunderstorms in Arkansas. And our storm is, it's weakened near the Waco area, it looks like. We can bounce down here and take a look at it now. So we've got a severe thunderstorm moving into Waco. Let's take a look at it, and it has definitely weakened. And we've got a severe thunderstorm now moving into San Antonio. So everything kind of starting to surge and starting to move up. Let's see what San Antonio is going to get here, because this is definitely at least a little bit better here. So severe thunderstorm warning has been issued for San Antonio now. So let's take a look at it here. All right, let's get our bearings. All right, so right now, we're watching a line of storms now. Earlier we talked about the tail end Charlie. That's the one we want to watch. That's this storm right here. It's moving to the northeast. So it's moving right up towards, let's see here, it's going to move up towards Von Ormy. I don't know if you say that. And then really it's headed right towards downtown San Antonio. The strongest core is this little green pocket right here. I think we're getting some severe hail in this little green pocket right here. Okay, but that's it. That's the strongest hail is actually occurring in that little spot right there. We're also getting a little bit of hail right up in here. Okay, and there's not a whole lot up in this area, but this general area is headed towards the north side of San Antonio. Okay, so we're gonna head up into just north of Leon Valley up towards Hollywood Park, maybe just a little bit to the north of there. So we'll be talking about this area right here, and then this area right here. These are the two areas, the two pockets where we're seeing some severe hail occurring, and so we're gonna have to watch that really close as it moves. Again, right here, it's going to go just to the north of Leon Valley, and this one right here is going to go right up towards downtown San Antonio. Okay, so we're going to watch these. One little pocket right in here. Again, looks like we are getting some severe hail in this area, but for the most part, if we look back to the west, most of the reports, and again, depending on what part of the line these actually affected, but for the most part, we're getting, that's a penny-size hail report. That's peas. It's even smaller than peas. That's some real tiny stuff there. So for the most part, small reports coming in. Not getting much reports on this southern storm here, which is probably the most severe storm, but it's not really that strong as it stands right now. We'll see if it's going to intensify. Probably some $half size hail right here, and it's headed right at Devine, or just to the north of Devine. So if you're from San Antonio, you know kind of the area right here just to the northwest of Devine. We're looking at some severe hail actually occurring right there. We've got our little green ball right there. That's telling us that's where the hail is falling. Notice radar frame comes in, it updates. Look, it goes away. The hail is actually falling out now. So again, we're still seeing some hail. That's what all this pink is, but we're seeing a lot more heavy rain and small hail. And the larger hail, maybe a little speck right there, but it's actually kind of weakened out. So if we actually back this up, you can see it was actually dropping even larger, so probably close to golf ball size hail right here. And then as it kind of moved off to the east and northeast, it actually weakened. So everything kind of weakened right there. And notice our radar hail signature comes down, 1.25 inches down there. And this one's going to try to make me a liar on Austin here. So I thought Austin was done, but we do have a pretty nice little storm near Blanco back here. So producing probably some quarter-size hail near Blanco. Dallas is dead. Dallas is done for the day. We've had some high winds, some tornadoes maybe some ping pong ball size hail near Crowley, but that's going to be about it. So we want to thank you guys for jumping on and watching. And as it stands right now, everything is we've got, again, a little inflow notch right here. So everything is sucking into this storm. This storm is actually being fed at this location right here. So air coming in here, air coming in here. Everything is breathing right in here. And then that's actually producing our hail core right up here. And that's pretty much all that we got. Let's take a look at it on a 3D. We can probably see kind of what that looks like. Here it is. Pretty cool looking. So we can see there's the air coming in. Let's come down here and see if we can zoom in. Let's cut some of this out here. There we go. All right, look at that. So there's our storm. You can actually see how it's forming here. So right here, air comes up, inflow comes in, storm is actually rotating just like this. Pretty neat to see how it all kind of spans out. Updraft is actually anchored in right in here. Pretty neat to see that all pan out. Again, not a crazy strong storm, but it is a storm. And so we are watching it. And again, doesn't look like it's doing a whole lot. Everything else kind of weakening right now, so I think we're gonna call it quits. Last time we did, it picked back up, so maybe we'll see if that happens again. We'll be there to watch it for you guys. So again, this is Derek Klein from HailTrace. Thanks for watching our live severe weather coverage, covering tornadoes and large hail in Dallas all the way up and down the I-35 corridor. We hope you are having a great evening, and we'll talk to you later.